I really feel for the men, like guys who have so much, they're working so hard, they're trying to prove themselves because society makes them. Because you have to make your way in society. You have to do so much to prove yourself these days. And to have this girl come here and just completely belittle you on the internet. These are good men out there. And they don't they don't deserve you don't even deserve a McDonald's from them. I'm sorry, but it's not about the dollar sign, it's about the intention. I would love, even if, who cares about the food? If a guy takes me to McDonald's and then buys me a meal, amazing. I love McDonald's. Like, what's wrong with that? It's the intention. It's the fact that he made a point and said, hey, I've got this. I want to.
Welcome, my friends, to the RP Experience. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters out there. Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there, or the ones that take care of the kids, or at least try to take care of their kids. I talk to the deadbeats and stuff, even though sometimes my ex may say I may fall under that umbrella, but I always pay what I have to pay. And sometimes I'm just busy. And this thing is moving again. Anyway, we have a video today celebrating Father's Day, of how important fathers are, you know, if they are being fathers. Stay. If they are in their child's life, and not just being in their child's life, but being a positive influence. I mean, the same way like a mother is very important to a child's life, a father is also important, because the mother and father tend to balance each other out. Women are more nurturing. Not that men can't be nurturing as well, but they are more nurturing. Whereas men supposed to give a good example of what their sons should follow in their footsteps, and how they should treat a woman, the right woman, not just any woman, the right woman that comes into their life. He's also a good example to their daughters that is out here trying to pick a man to be a father to their son, and to be their husband or their man or partner, whatever you guys want to call it these days. Now, let me finish before I get into this clip that I'm going to share here. Is that I acknowledge that there are bad men out there, that there are bad fathers out there. The same with women. Uh, and I have personal proof, because my father was not there. Now, of course, those two sides to a story. Maybe she somewhat prevented him from seeing me, or either their relationship became so toxic that he chose to avoid her, so in turn end up avoiding me. That does happen. Women don't realize that when you make it a real struggle to deal with you trying to see our kids, a lot of us will kind of just back away and just throw money at it. That's what I tend to do if she's getting on my nerves. And I know that's probably not the best thing, but I'm getting older now and after I think one time I got so stressed, I got dizzy, lightheaded, and had to sit down dealing with that person that I think sometimes you just have to step away. But anyway, let me share this video right now. I've been talking long enough.
If a man and wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same statistical chance as children raised by just their father. Girls with no fathers in the home have lower self-esteem. No father families more likely to be victims of abuse, especially with single mothers. Children with high BMI more often come from fatherless homes. Here's something: fathers have the fittest children. That was really interesting to me. The more opportunities a child has to interact with biological father, the less likely they are to commit a crime or have contact with the juvenile justice system. Okay, another way to say that is men and women who are incarcerated, the population of the prisons mostly encompass fatherless homes. Now, here's something that no one else has mentioned, which I think is cool, and I don't really say this eloquently. If a man and wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same statistical chance as children raised by just their father. So if we want to keep children, adults, out of prison, mother, father, or just father? Well, we don't want to hear just father, so let's try to keep the families intact.
I forget this lady's name, but I used to rock with her. She doesn't do content like she used to, and the TikToker that used this video, he grabbed it from her. So, God, I forget what her name is. Anyway, what she's saying is true. Now, I don't know about the statistics with the fathers being raising the kids, but I do think or in most cases men are better at discipline than women, you know, because I know with my mother, she spoiled me a lot, but on the other hand, she taught me a lot of things. But as far as disciplining, I think she would spoil me and then discipline me and then give in, because I see that with a lot of moms. Not that every mom will do that, but I see that with a lot of moms. They tend to do that with their kids. I think because they birth the kids, they have a soft spot for them or something. Fathers usually, I guess, because we know the world is hard. Not that women don't, but a lot of you do play life on easy mode if you are attractive and you have men just giving you stuff, you know. Sorry, that's the truth. And I don't think a lot of fathers get sole custody of their kids unless if the mother has passed away or either she has somehow been proven to be an unfit mom. Maybe she's running out in the streets real hard, and usually that means she has like a drug problem. Most fathers don't easily get their kids. It has to be something that they exploited with the mom, even though she could have changed and cleaned herself up, but because of some mistake that she did, that guy had the cold hardness to take in totally pressed the advantage and got her out right there. And that's not easy to do, and then that's kind of cold-blooded, but it it depends, because I could never do that with my baby's mom. Even though with the stuff that we went through, I know if I was to try to take my daughter from her, that would crush her, you know. Not to mention she would become hostile. But if it was a situation that something that she did, I could do it, I wouldn't do it. The only way I would do it is if I felt like my daughter was in danger. If she was in danger, then that's a totally different thing. But despite my issues with her mom, she is a good mom, you know. Um, but that statistic of what she say is true, because I know, especially in my culture, most of the sons have single moms, and most of them are in and out of jail. Now, I had a single mom, and that did not happen to me. The only thing, though, was while I think I got a lot of like the good qualities of staying out of trouble, understanding women, having more compassion than most guys normally get from just, I guess, dealing with their dads. On the other hand, there was a lot of things she could not teach me in being a man, and those things end up hurting me later. So while I was real strong in a certain area, I was real weak in a certain area that I should have been strong in. So that's why I believe you need both parents. So you guys out here hooking up and just getting married and things like that, you women may think you are winning when you just marry a guy and then take the kids and take all the money or something, but you failed. Unlike what that sister actress said, that she graduated from her marriage, she failed in a way, because now they're not really going to have a dad. He's going to be part-time dad, and there's going to be gaps in there that they can slide either way, and they're going to be weak in something. So, there are other things I could add to this conversation, but basically I'm saying fathers are needed, fathers are important. Men out here, try to be there for your kids, because your son needs direction and your daughters need a man that they can compare you with, so that when they are picking ones out there, because if you are a bad dad or in and out of jail or real toxic and abusive, she's going to go out there and pick that same type of guy. I think that's a big reason why a lot of girls choose like bad boys when they are young, because they are picking what their relationship with their dad was, unless if it was the case that their mom was running the relationship, and then they're going to pick a guy that they can walk all over and abuse. So either way, that's bad. So even if you are in a relationship as a man, you have to make sure it's still going correctly. So I'm not telling people to stay together with somebody is just not working with, but you need to think more carefully about the children when you decide to procreate with each other. Just saying. Anyway, that's it. Have a good night.
He's not ignoring you. He's decompressing. He wakes up. He's all alone. He goes to work. His battles are still there. He gets home. He's hit with more. It never ends. There's a to-do list a mile long, a partner who needs him, kids who need him, chores to be done, projects completed, bills to pay. He feels like with each passing day he has less and less to give, but he keeps going. He's not ignoring you. He's coping, trying to find strength and courage and stay determined even when he feels beat down, like there is no longer a reward for his efforts. He's trying, not just to survive, but to thrive. For his family and for himself. He can't quit. There are no timeouts. He's not ignoring you. He's trying not to explode.